Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, where Sue and Shan, two Midwest, well-past middle-aged sisters, discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of aging. With a little humor, a little heart, and occasionally a little frustration, we'll explore the unavoidable adventures we experience as we move into our golden years. Yeah, golden years, my ass. Just a note to our listeners, this podcast reflects the opinions and experiences of Sue and Shan. The main purpose of this podcast is intended to entertain.
We're ready to go.
We are ready to go
Take it
for
away.
another episode. And as we talked, first of all, we wanted to do some
I'm staring at your, I'm not reading
unfinished business.
Unfinished business. That was a tough word, wasn't it?
Oh, I know. And it was right there in front of me. And I wanted to start with, let me bring it up here again. We're always asking our listeners
Yes.
to write in, and I cannot tell you how much it means to us when you do. And I've talked about Ing a little bit. She was that's her nickname, Ing, but she was a sorority sister. And she just kind of discovered us, or I had sent out invitations again, so she gave it a try, and she liked it. So She was writing about the last couple episodes, and I will read her letter.
I love it.
Because this is what we just love to hear. I enjoyed your latest episode. Your body is talking. Yeah. You got me thinking when you first talked about New Year's resolutions. For many years, like many of us, I made and broke all resolutions made. Then I decided to try just be a better person. Now I will ask the question, your guiding question, is this making me a better person? I think it will help. Thanks for the inspiration.
I love it.
I do too.
I love it.
Because that's what we're hoping, is that we're making you think about things a little bit differently and
Yes.
and trying new things.
Your 2026 guiding question.
There you go.
And I am still using it
Yeah.
at different times.
Oh yeah.
And think about doing something, and I say to myself, is this going to make my life simpler? That's mine.
And I have been doing more around the house besides just sitting.
Oh, good.
You know, I still might sit for a while, but I'll get up and throw in a load of laundry and then sit back down. And so, yeah, I do think about that question almost every day.
Right. Cool.
Yes. And
Cool.
if you go, Shan has really been working on our website.
Yes.
Unavoidable
.life. Unavoidable.life.
And there are some recaps of the last couple episodes we've done with links to both that TED Talk and the Word.
Yes,
Choosing
your
your
intentional word. That was through the Washington Post.
Yes. Yeah.
And so then even with our last week's, when we talked about your body is talking, are you listening? We've thrown a few links on there as far as how to tell a stroke, symptoms of a heart attack.
Yes.
So not that people can't easily find that by themselves, but if you're on our site, then just go to page 3 and you can click on those, and there you are. So we do challenge everybody to get their 2026 guiding question.
Guiding question and word. Well, also as we talked last week, we're going back to some of our earlier episodes that meant a lot to us and revisiting them, putting fresh eyes on them and talking about them again.
Yes.
And the episode that we're revisiting today, and I still think this was my absolute favorite one. And it's called I Used to Be Somebody.
Right. And so talk about where that title actually came from. Do you remember?
I do.
Okay,
I
so
do.
tell that story, because I think it's a worthwhile story.
And I think we don't do this anymore, and now we can say it's because they canceled the class.
They don't have it.
But we were in a water aerobics
Loved
class,
it.
and we loved it. We really did. The instructor was a good classmate friend of Shelley's, our younger sister. And she was talking one day about how when she stands outside in her yard and the cars go by and honk, she said, I know it's for somebody else. She said, when I was younger, I knew it was for me because I used to be somebody.
Yes.
And people knew me and would honk when they saw me, and now I know it's not for me anymore.
Right.
And so that's where it originally came from. That's where we got the title.
When she said, I used to be somebody, it just sunk into our hearts almost that, hey, we get it. We get it.
Anytime that I would tell people about our podcast and what the premise was and so forth, I've got to say that almost every time that's the one thing that people will mention to me. I feel like I'm becoming invisible.
Yeah.
That whole episode was about that, whether it was professionally or socially or even
empty nest.
Empty nest, yep.
Kids are gone and... Because with the instructor from water aerobics, I remember she said, it was me. So they'd go past my house. We're in a small town, so everybody knows where everyone lives, and you ride around town and you honk. So anyway, they'd go past her house and they'd honk. She knew it was for her. And then even as she had kids and the kids got older and she heard those honks, at least she knew it was for her kids, and she knew her kids as friends and that kind of thing. And then, of course, the empty nest came along. And there wasn't anybody honking in front of her house anymore. And she said, I used to be somebody, including even being a parent of younger kids who are around town. And you get to know everybody through their parents then as well.
Yeah, and with both of us being in education, we knew the kids and we knew their parents and we knew all the parents who were on the committees and people knew you.
Yeah.
And to get into a group of educators now and try to give my opinion about something, and they're not rude or anything. There's something about the way they look at you. It's like, aren't you sweet, dear?
And they pat you on the hand.
That's right. Yeah.
At the same time, though, their world is so different.
It is.
From the world that we taught in. It is, and probably for every profession, it changes enough. And that's kind of an interesting thing. One of the things I was reading about is thinking that when you retire, you're going to retire, but you're going to continue in that capacity, such as teaching would be one, where, then I'll go in and I'll substitute. I never substituted.
I did. Oh, no.
Thank goodness I didn't have to do it because I couldn't do it. Or you'd go in and maybe tutor. But it's so different that they don't even want to connect you up with anybody within their school because they look at you and they think, yeah, you're old. We don't need you anymore. You don't understand or whatever it is. But we feel like we can't even try to continue helping in the profession we knew. And we're just out.
One place I really noticed it was math. They're teaching math so differently. Mm-hmm. And I would start working a problem on the board and there was always that one kid. That's not the way we do it. I thought, kid, I taught it this way for 35 years. Don't tell me that's not the way we do it. It's the best way to do it.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
But in fact, Tim just was talking about last night. He'd gone to the brewery and there was a group of people, and it's usually retirees. There were a few younger ones, though, and I had to laugh because Tim came home and goes, I have no idea who they are. And I said, that one graduated with one of our kids. That one graduated with another. Oh, they did? Yeah, they did. But I know that from teaching. But anyway, he said they were talking, the group of retirees, and one of them retired earlier than he planned because the business got sold, and it was just easier to not have to change with the new management and that kind of thing. So he retired. I'm thinking another one just around here with those that work for the railroad, they retire early because it's set up that way, even though they're still quite young. That was another one of them. But they started talking about, and it was interesting because it was all men, and we know that we have a great women listenership. So we hear more from women than from men, but it was interesting to hear all of these men. And one of them said, I feel like my world has gotten so small.
Yes.
Right?
I know it.
And so as Tim is relaying his conversations on, and I'm kind of nodding my head because it is, you were out here, if you can see my arms, and they're huge, and now your world is
about 5 blocks around where my house is.
Yeah, exactly. About 12 people.
That's true, because even with us being in a smaller community and in education, a lot of your trainings and meetings and things were in other places that were 60 miles away,
Right.
or Lincoln or Cheyenne, or so it wasn't just in Alliance. It was
Yeah.
a much bigger world.
It was a bigger
Yeah.
world.
Valid.
It is, right?
Valid comment. Yes. Yes.
And Tim, just a couple days ago, he had a friend/customer that had called him, and the gentleman was asking about somebody who was selling out, a farmer, farmer was selling out. And so he was asking Tim who it would be, and Tim realized he has no idea because he's lost that connection with so many of the farmers and the ranchers
Yeah.
that he's not in the loop of who's selling out, who's retiring, so to speak, and selling all their products. So Tim was like, I can't even help you because I don't even know.
And it's all tied to, and Shelley had sent us a really good article. I won't read the whole thing, from the Wall Street Journal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it was talking about all the same things. One of the things that gets associated too with this feeling of becoming invisible is depression.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And it's a real thing with older people as you're retiring, as this and that, and you're realizing you have a whole different identity
Yeah.
than you did before. It can cause some depression until you can really think through it. And I've got to say that one episode helped me a lot.
And yeah, it did. And I can remember when we did the original, I Used to Be Somebody, and I think it was like the third episode maybe.
April, we've got our old list here. April 12th of 24.
24. Yeah.
Third episode.
And if you go back and you listen to it, you will find that there's, I think, 2 different times I had to turn off the microphones, or I stopped it or whatever, because one of us was in tears.
Yes.
And we needed to get ourselves composed. At the same time, I remember you saying it was that episode that maybe helped to really pull you out of that
It did.
doldrums of, I used to be somebody and now I'm not.
Yeah.
And then you started to realize there were other things. Because I think, too, with retirement, with older age, now we have to make our fun and our activities and our friendships, we have to work at it to
Yes.
keep it and to have it there. Before, when you're working, you had to go to work and you were going to run into all these people that worked there, and you may gain some friendships or you may gain an activity that you're going to do. It was built in. And now, as we know, you got to work at it
You really
to make
do.
it happen.
You really do. And that's why Shan and Tim are so important in my life. Because without them, I wouldn't. I think I've mentioned that a few times, so we won't go into that again.
One thing that article said is that right now, 11,000 Americans turn 65 every day.
Oh, wow.
11,000.
We are not alone.
We're not alone, but you got to find those others.
That's
other
true.
10,999.
Yeah, they're all in their little small little lives, and we're all separated. So.
Yeah, we don't know where to get them. And I think for a while, it will just be even more that are hitting that 65. I think then the population declines a little bit, so maybe it won't be quite. But we are living longer, and science is helping us to live longer, but that doesn't mean that we're living better.
Yes, I was going to, that whole quantity versus quality thing. It is, and we've mentioned this before, you do have to work hard at it. You may be retired from your 9-to-5 job, but it's a different kind of work that you have to do now.
Exactly.
And squirrel, where was I going with this? I don't know.
I'm not going to say a word.
I'm thinking that we should start writing down all of like knucking futs and don't interrupt an old person and all of the sayings that
you and I say back and forth. We can have our own glossary.
We could.
The Unavoidable Adventures in Aging, Sue and Shan glossary.
Yes.
I'm writing that down.
Okay, very good.
I'm just writing glossary, so later you'll have to tell me what I meant.
And a squirrel, that's another one, and I think people understand that one now. But so anyway, it's being. Oh, and the way I think we ended that one was with a little hope as far as you are still somebody to somebody. Somebody holds your history. They know your stories. They will pass it on. So we don't need to be too sad about all of it. And there were a couple stories that I wanted to bring up that have happened since that prove that. Our dad was a physical therapist for ever. I think his license number here in Nebraska was less than 10.
Oh, I think it was even less than 5. Like he was maybe the third one that was licensed in the state of Nebraska to be a physical therapist.
So he's been at it a very long time. And I fill in at the community college here in town, and I'm there for the night classes. This young man came in and he was teaching the anatomy physiology class. Very young guy. And he's a physical therapist.
Right.
And so just getting to know him the first couple nights, I said, my dad was a physical therapist at the hospital for a very long time. I said, he used to crack jokes and everything. And he said, oh, would that be Mr. Ellis?
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That was, Dad's been gone since 2013. He
right.
retired from the hospital quite a bit before then, but his story lives on.
Yes.
And so he said, that people talk about him all the time.
Oh, be darned.
So that was one of my yes, you're still somebody. And another one of mine is you.
Uh-oh.
And I think I told you this, I don't know. Shan worked at the high school here forever and ever, did a lot of different things. One of those, when she quit, I think they had to hire like 3 people to take.
I think a lot of it's dissolved, unfortunately, but yes.
And that's true. A lot of them couldn't do it. But anyway, so one of her programs was, help me out, what was it called?
Was it the liaison with the dual credit?
Dual credit.
Dual credit? Okay.
Dual credit. And so Shan, every fall, would work with the teachers at WNCC to get kids enrolled in dual credit classes.
Correct.
And it would go off without a hitch. And one of my coworkers, who's been there for 27 years, she said every year working with Shan, those kids were enrolled. We took off running on the first day. Since she left, they cannot get it together.
Oh, shoot.
To get, the kids doing the testing that they need to and getting the classes enrolled. She said, I really miss Shan. She was so good at that. So that's another example of, yes, you are still somebody.
Yeah.
And so
that ripple effect.
Yes.
Isn't there a saying something about a person never truly dies until the ripples have completely gone away? And when you think, just like Dad, already being gone for 13 years and retired for much longer than that, there's still those ripple effects that they still know him.
And as long as they keep talking about him and what he did at the hospital, those ripples will continue. Yeah.
Very true.
So I don't know what happened to my ripples.
You don't think
here
you're
they
still
are on my stomach.
Oh, you still have ripples?
I do.
Well, and you and I both talk about being in education. You always know that it is a young person that you had as a student because they'll call you Miss or Mrs. or Ms.
They do.
And then you go, student, always.
It's always so fun for that to happen. And I think I've talked about this before too, that it's always so encouraging that former students who will come and talk to you and meet you, and they also go into education.
Yes.
And they would say, you're one of the big reasons I wanted to. Oh, my heart.
A shout out to Dick Rishling and to Dave Rishling, who were band instructors here. Dick passed away just this last year. And how many of those young kids that went into education and music education that had Dick and Dave, it's phenomenal. The numbers are huge, just huge. The other day we were watching, hopefully I can get all this right. Again, ripples. Coach Cook retired a year ago, volleyball coach for Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
And when you look at head coaches right now, there's 5 or 6 in Division I schools, so your larger universities, that are volleyball coaches. They were players or coaches under Cook.
Yeah.
And there's there's a football coach, Saban. I'm sure it's him. The number of coaches, head coaches now that were under him or played for him, it's phenomenal. So again, there's that ripple. Now Saban, of course, he's making commercials for Verbo, I think. So I guess he's still somebody. But anyway, if he ever thinks he isn't somebody, he just needs to look at college football right now
golly.
and start counting the head coaches.
Yeah.
Because he had them. And that's amazing. That's, wow.
And
is there anything more important than leaving that kind of a legacy?
Legacy. Oh, I know it. And I think even in families, you have those great grandmas and great aunts that you still talk about in your family.
True. So true.
That for whatever reason, I always think of Aunt Eva and great grandma Adkins,
Yes.
Dad's.
Yeah.
I think it was
His
Dad's
grandmother
and aunt, because they were sisters.
great aunt. Yes,
Great,
you're
yeah.
right.
So
Yes.
they were sisters.
Yes.
Yeah. So I still
Those two.
remember them, and we still talk about them from time to
that's
time.
true.
So, yeah, your memories are still here. The things that you do are important. Yeah. You are somebody. You will always be somebody. And
But you may have to work at.
You have to work at.
Being. Another one on this article. Again, we're going to send you the link in case you want to do it. So the Wall Street Journal one is a book written by Jennifer Brenny Wallace. The name of the book is Mattering, which sounds kind of weird.
Yes.
Yes. So
that's
you
a term.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Mattering. And Mattering, the secrets to life of deep connection and purpose. But it's talking about exactly what you and I are talking about, that all of a sudden you're not in the workforce. You don't have kids at home that are active in sports and school and all that kind of stuff. And you can't find your purpose. And it's important to go out and find your purpose. And you do have to work at it.
Yep.
We'd love to say that you don't have to, but I got news for you folks. If you want to be happy and matter, you're probably going to have to work on it just to get it done. They talked about, in that article, they talked about a gentleman who had moved to take care of his mother. He was retired, but he went down to a local restaurant.
Oh, I remember the
story.
That.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he got to know everybody there and all about their lives. And just asking about them, and then he would get involved. How are you doing? How is your mother? How's your brother? How's your son doing? All those kind of things. And then his mother passed away, and she got more ill, I think it was, so he wasn't even able to get out much. And of course, those folks missed him.
Yes.
And so they sent a card.
Oh.
He didn't realize that he began to matter in their lives.
Because I'd even seen a story about kind of the same thing. This man and he was alone. He lived alone, blah, 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 but always went to the same restaurant every day. He doesn't show up. It was either 1 or maybe 2 days. And they go to his place. He had fallen and couldn't, it sounds like that commercial. Fallen and I can't get up. But they got there in time and saved him. So he had made that impression on those people that he was missed just for like a day. So,
wow.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that story. Another story that I had read in there was, it's called the Repair Cafe movement. It began in Amsterdam in 2000. I guess they retire in Amsterdam too,
I
don't
suppose.
they?
Yeah, everybody retires.
And now in towns across America, they invite people to bring in broken household items, a toaster, a lamp, a bike, and participants use their skills to repair them.
Yes.
Because those are those dying occupations. There isn't just a repair guy anymore. You throw it out. If it stops working, you throw it away.
And of course, the whole bottom line of this is that those people began to matter.
Yes.
Because they had a place to go, and they had a purpose, and they were trying to fix things.
And they were appreciated. That story,
you know,
too.
I think, too, it kind of made me think about, again, you got to work at it, folks.
Yep.
You don't retire and then just happy. It talked about, too, how so many people, they planned for retirement financially.
Yes.
And they thought they were okay. And what they didn't realize is they didn't have that purpose after retirement. So anyway, you got to work at it. But I just think there's so many opportunities for older people to find that oddity of having purpose, whether it be fixing small appliances, I suppose, any kind of artwork, anything that you can help others with is going to give you purpose.
Yeah.
And that's how important. I think for you and I think the reason that I used to be somebody, and even now as we talk about, do you see me, I have so much more strength in what we're doing. You and I gained a purpose in this podcast.
Definitely.
And we hope to bring joy and laughter to others through our podcast.
Uh-huh.
And it gave us, I matter.
I know.
Matter.
I know. And that's why when you write into us and let us know, it fuels that. So
yeah, we feel it.
Oh, you had just said something. Shan and I both sit here now with a pencil and a piece of paper, and when a thought comes to mind, we try to write it down right away, because you know it will be gone if you don't blurt it out there right away.
Yes, exactly.
So I did write down a couple things. In the beginning, when we were planning this whole podcast, we thought there are definitely 4 areas that we can focus on. And one was definitely financial, because that seems to be what everybody thinks about.
Yeah.
Will I have enough money to live? You might, but are you going to enjoy the life that you're living if you don't have these other things also?
That's absolutely it.
So the other ones were physical. And, we talk about that quite a bit as far as staying as healthy as you can. Social and emotional.
Yep.
And those are all things that they take on a different meaning, a different feeling when you get to be a certain age. So you really have to focus on those and figure out, how am I going to get my needs met in those areas? Again,
I don't know how many times I can say this in one 30-minute podcast. You've got to work at it.
Yes.
So you're going to have to find, it's kind of funny, Sue, financially, physical, socially, and emotionally, right now where I am in life, I would say, if I were to rank those,
yes,
I'd put financial as the 4th one in line.
Yeah, I think me too.
Because if you have friends, if you have good acquaintance, you don't even have to be best friends with somebody, but if you have that person that you're going to fix the toaster with, that's as important as anything else you're going to do, because it's finding that purpose.
And I would definitely put emotional first.
I would too.
And then I would put social, physical, and then financial.
I agree.
And yet I think it's completely opposite when people first start planning for retirement.
Absolutely it is. And I think too that when we talk about all of them, more than financial, when you go physical, social, emotional, those tie in together so much that if you're finding your group of people that hang with, that social part, the emotional part just comes naturally.
It does.
And because you have them, you're getting out and about and moving a little bit more, and the physical comes.
Yeah.
But the financial, it's important. I'm not saying it isn't.
It is.
But those 3, it's all about making sure those happen for you.
Yeah. And lacking any of those leads into emotional.
Yeah.
And we've got, I don't know what episode that was, but we talked about emotions.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And getting older, it is a special kind of depression that you feel. So if you can avoid that by taking care of these other needs, then so much the better.
We talked about, I think just last week when we talked about depression and how hard on the body depression is. Depression isn't just about
feeling gray.
It affects every part of your body.
You can't sleep. You either eat not enough or way too much. Your
body hurts.
And your body hurts. You pull away from people who love you. Yeah. So that's a big one.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go on antidepressants if you need to.
If you need to.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Doesn't mean everybody has to, but if you need
That's right.
to.
And some people, have different ways of controlling their depression with different exercise, being physical.
Being physical. Oh my gosh, it's all. In that, it talked about SAID. Did you see that?
I did.
S, feel significant. That's that being seen.
Yes.
Being essential. A is appreciated. It's a value for your contributions. God, you can just see, as we go through these. Okay, I is for invested in, that you're supported and cared for. D is for depended on.
Oh.
Making sure that others
depend on you.
Depend on you.
Yes.
And it's okay to depend on you, to have somebody depend on you.
Yeah.
The guy that went to the restaurant, those people that worked there depended on him coming in on a daily basis or once a week or whatever it was, because they knew that they would feel better because he wanted to know about their lives.
It was very reciprocal there because they're getting something from each other.
Exactly.
And, thinking just of very recent things, I talked about getting on the board for the Carnegie Arts Center, and you were the one who introduced me to that whole group.
Yeah, true.
I started out just being a volunteer at the front desk,
Yeah.
making sure that everybody signed in when they came in.
Yes.
And so really
Numbers.
nobody knew me. I was just a body at the desk. But then as time went on, and I would help you volunteer for fundraisers or this or that, so more and more I got known, and I felt like I had more to give.
Yes.
And then they invited me to join the board. So, and that was, I'm not artistic. I am in my head.
And you're
I'm
very artistic in your head.
Oh, the things that I have designed and developed. But yeah, I wasn't like an art student or anything like that. But I've gained such an interest in it that I want to be better at artistic things.
Yes. Dear Corinne, who is our director, it wasn't very long ago, she said to me, man, I kind of miss all those old people. She really did say old people. Because we're very calm.
Yes.
And we just methodically go through the steps that are needed to accomplish, to go from A to Z. And I think she appreciates that fact of, she knows, and a lot of times an older person says they're going to do this, and she knows they're going to get it done.
And they'll do it.
And they'll come to her if they need some help.
Right.
She doesn't have to worry. She knows. So she's missing her old people. So
that's why they asked me to join the board.
They said, oh, God, look how old she is.
Yeah. How old are you? Oh, yeah, come join us.
You work.
Yeah,
Let's
you'll
do
be
it.
very good at what we do here. Oh, I don't, what all you have.
You're
but,
wondering what I haven't touched on?
Yeah, but I wanted to say, too, that speaking of the Art Center,
oh, yeah.
one of the other things that kind of prompted us to redo this one at this time, we have a really good nursing home here that very well might be in someday. But they have an activities director and just the whole thing. They help their residents so much stay connected with something.
Yes. Oh,
And
gosh, they do. Yeah.
Art is one of those things. Corinne she goes out, I don't know how many times a month, and takes some kind of art project for them to do.
Yep.
And what is on exhibit right now at the Carnegie, do you know what it's called, the exhibit?
It's called Age is Just a Number.
Okay.
Brian Stevenson is the photographer, and Age is Just a Number. And we're going to give you the link here in a little bit. Brian does such an excellent job of he has a lot of different ones. One is pictures of the residents up at the care facility, their current picture, with them holding a picture from when they were much younger.
Yes, like their high school graduation picture or something.
Oh.
And I saw that one, I thought, yes, I used to be somebody.
Yes.
How can you look back at that picture of younger you with everything ahead of you and, your nice hair and your good skin and your no wrinkles, and then see what you look like now? Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Exactly.
And that was my personal feeling. But anyway, so that's what prompted me to think about this episode.
Yeah. And I think almost all of his are black and white.
Yes.
They're just phenomenal pictures. And there's one picture of someone's hands holding his photo.
Oh.
There is nothing that tells you more about a person than their hands.
Yes. Oh, I agree.
You look at every wrinkle, every age spot. It just blows my mind how much depth is in hands.
In hands. Oh, I know. Because you really can't hide aging in your hands.
You cannot. You can get a facelift.
Yeah.
But they don't have one right now for...
I don't know where they'd pull all that skin into your palm.
No, up under your arm.
Oh, boy,
wait,
that's
no,
what
they're
I
trying
need.
to get...
Yeah.
But down at the Carnegie right now, age is just a number. It is a fabulous. And I think, too, for all of us, I don't care what age you are, when you look at that show that Brian has there, either you're older and you're going, oh, yeah, that's me, and that younger picture is also me, and I know that. Or maybe if you're much younger, you're going, oh, that's where I'm going, type thing.
Yeah.
But bottom line, we are all somebody.
Yes.
And we need to be seen. It's so important to be seen. And that's a big part of what Brian does, is make sure that our community is seeing those folks.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Oh, well, takeaways for you?
Ooh, takeaway. Oh, my gosh, I tell you, this is deep.
Can I go ahead with mine?
Go for it.
And then you can say, oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I will.
I do that to you a lot. As you were just now talking about the pictures and so forth, I think you have to see yourself as somebody before others will see you as somebody. You may have to kind of change that picture in your head of who you think you are right now and what you think you look like right now. Because then people will see a better you too. If you, that sounds like a bunch of blah, blah, blah.
No, you're fine.
But,
keep going.
Okay, yeah, well, I think that was, I'm just getting all
until you see a better you, there won't be a better you.
That's right. So are you still somebody? As long as you think you're still somebody, you are still somebody.
Absolutely.
So,
oh, God, yeah, that's good.
Okay, hey.
That's good.
Hey,
I can't one-up you on that one.
Oh, okay.
Do you see me? Bottom line.
Do you see me?
Mattering. I want to matter.
Yeah. You know, I had a hard time with that one.
That word, yeah.
Do you remember when you were little and you got the crusties in the corner of your eyes?
Oh, yeah.
They would say, oh, you've got matter in the corner of your eyes. Well, so when I think
And you, the science person's probably going, oh, is it an ion?
No. It's just crud. That's a scientific term, too.
Crud is?
Crud, yeah.
Crud. Okay.
You bet it is. Ask Leslie. She'll know. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
That was it. Oh, now I have to tell my... Oh, here we go. Again, you would think that I would remember all this. So we are working on the website. It's better. At least it has kind of some purpose. So please stop in and visit our website. And it's unavoidable.life. Don't worry about that com stuff. It's unavoidable.life. So when you think about life, life is unavoidable, unavoidable.life.
And I wish we could say that was planned, but it was cheaper at the time.
It was cheaper. We could not afford
a .com.
A .com.
But .life is so much more appropriate.
Yes, it's in our range. And we still pay nothing to any of our people, including Sue and I. And to listen to us, of course, you can go to unavoidable.life and you'll be able to click on Listen To. It will go to our current episode, and you can go to all of our episodes, which is really nice. And we upload to Podbean. So you can always go to Podbean. Any of the podcast apps that you enjoy, Apple Podcast, Podcast Addict, Spotify, YouTube, any of those, just click on them and type in Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, and you will find us. We're pretty readily available on Facebook now. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, Shelley.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, all those kind of things, because that keeps us rolling when you do that. If you want to get a hold of us, either through our website, through a podcast app, or you can email us at unavoidableaging@gmail.com.
Yes.
Whew.
Very good. And we were messaging back and forth, you and I and Shelley today.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if you'd caught this.
Oh dear, what did I type?
Well, no, it was what I thought it was really clever, and neither one of you mentioned it.
dear.
So I'm going to go. So Shelley had sent us this letter,
Yes.
This article.
Yes.
And we were talking about how current you and I are with the topic. And I said, actually, we're a couple of gucking geniuses.
Oh, that's good.
I thought so, too.
Add that to our glossary, the Sue and Shan glossary.
You're a gucking genius.
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 Ooh, that's a hard one to say.
I know,
I've gotten used to the
saying,
other one that we say, but
no, we'll keep with the one that we get.
Okay, good.
Oh, please enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself as we do here all the time.
All the time.
Embrace the power of aging and remember you're not
knocking fuss.
You're just aging. Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. All right then.